So there's a new train service has been announced that is going to take passengers from London to Edinburgh for just 25 quid. Very good. The train, though, won't have first-class carriages, so no more standing. You know, when you can't get a seat anywhere else and there's a whole empty carriage of first class, none of that will be happening anymore. And it did get us thinking this morning, actually, about are we still obsessed? Well, people are quite obsessed when they're travelling about class, aren't they? Like, I paid for a first-class ticket, or, you know, you can buy things now, can't you? Priority boarding, choosing your seat before you actually get on board, you can buy extra leg room. Is that right? Should we be able to do that, or do you think we should all be treated in the same way when we're travelling?
I think that people aren't as obsessed with class as companies would have us believe. I actually think it's more people want to get more from what they're buying, and if I'm honest, and this might sound like a really idealistic, silly way to look at things, I don't understand why someone can pay to have a comfortable seat, but you can't pay for a ticket on a train without the guarantee that you could be just standing there shoved up against a... You know, everybody should be able to get a seat. And I think the reason we get obsessed with the extra legroom and the speedy boarding is because they shove everybody in like cattle, don't look after people properly and charge them for the privilege. And it's a bit...
But because of that, because we know that, then if you go, well, I can pay an extra 15 quid and get priority boarding, or I can pay an extra thing and have an extra piece of hand luggage, would you do that?
Yes. But what I'm fascinated about by this train is that a train service is already running between London and Kent, the high-speed train that was introduced with one class only. And I've used that train loads and loads of times, and I love that train. Everybody gets on it, and maybe because it was brand new and all the seats had nice little bits that flap down and you can put your computer and your coffee on it, it's really quiet and everybody behaves really well on it. The only thing I worry about this new train between London and Edinburgh is, will you have people like Stacey sitting next to you with cans of fizzy drinks and crisps and talking all the time and on their phones? I'm all for all one class as long as it's civilised.
As long as it's only people like Janet.
But exactly, it's called civilised class.
But then that's how...
I feel like with Brenda, but I wouldn't go right with...
Hold on a second. What you're saying is you're all out with all the classies, but only if they're as classy as you.
As long as they don't annoy you.
My way and the wrong way, Stacey.
Do you like being able to... the choice of first class or business class if you're travelling?
I've been quite lucky to have business class and first class given to me when I'm travelling for gigs and things, and it is quite nice to get a free bit of alcohol down your neck and while you're looking at the view. But I have paid. I go for standard as well, so you know it's.
I just hate the fact that I really get really passionate about the fact that yes, of course somebody wants the extra legroom, but why are we making people sit with their knees against somebody else's chair? Why aren't planes...
But then that's why travel's become cheaper, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know, the world has become more
both
accessible
ways.
because you can't have it both ways. So if you went back to, you know, we've got less seats and more legroom and things, the travel would be much more expensive.
But I don't think
we all want the 35 quid to Barcelona flight, but none of us want to experience any discomfort.
They're basically saying it's only going to cost you a tenner. Oh, yeah, but if you want luggage, it's going to cost you 20. Oh, yeah, but if you want to use the toilet,
what I hate, which I find obscene, actually, is that if you're in business class or behind, so I've experienced both, OK? So when you're sitting in that first row of seats behind the business class seat, right, and they have those little curtains open and they've done the whole safety thing, and then they come up and they close the curtain, don't they? And I've sat in that seat where they go, thank you, and they shut the curtain. I literally want to go in and go, sorry, what do you think I'm going to do? Like, run in and steal your food?
And also, in the first row of economy, you can smell their food.
Yeah.
And you think, I've got this really awful desiccated cheese sandwich and they've got something hot because I can smell it.
But I don't have a problem. You see, I don't have a problem. I go, if you've chosen to pay for business class and you get your little meal in a foil, good luck to you. I don't need to have a curtain drawn in case I get jealous or storm into business class.
I bet you'd love that curtain, don't you, Janet? I bet you'd have an all-round your seat curtain.